All right, Shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, all the men and the women who follow. This is the brother Karatazah.
You call him up.
Brother Yatazakba.
All right, this is GMS Fort Nebraska. All right, coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Lord's word is edifying. Just going in on this article that we got through the spirit. So without further ado.
So this is an article from the website Semafor, Semafor. Says it's from October 30th, 2024. Says U.S. distances itself from Israel after latest deadly strike in Gaza. It says the U.S. criticized Israel for a horrifying airstrike in northern Gaza and over the country's ban of the UN's main Palestinian aid agency, illustrating the increasingly public gulf between the two allies.
Right. So if you've been paying attention to the news, there's been a lot of war. I'm not sure when it started, like maybe 3 or 4 months ago, 5 months ago, between Palestine and Israel. There's been a lot of going back and forth. There's been talks of a ceasefire, but nothing has materialized. These people really have like an odd against each other, and neither one of them are the actual people of the land, but both of them feel like they have a claim unto the land. Right. So there's always going to be infighting in that land until we rightfully take our land. But go ahead.
It says more than 90 people, including at least 20 children, were reported killed in an Israeli attack on a residential building in the Gazan town of Beit Lahaya.
Yeah, because they don't care. They don't care if it's women, children, civilian men. They're going to bomb whoever. They bomb schools. They've bombed hospitals. All right. I don't want to jump the gun, but go ahead.
It says, Washington's concern over Israeli lawmakers move to ban the UN agency. Meanwhile, comes amid mounting international opprobrium over the war in Gaza.
Hold on, because there was a key word that was in there. You said international what?
It says international opprobrium over the war in Gaza.
So the international community are upset with what's going on with Israel, not just Russia or just one single country, the whole international community. Mm-hmm. Why? Go ahead.
It says South Africa this week filed documents with the international program over the war in Gaza. It says South Africa this week filed documents with the International Court of Justice offering facts and evidence. It said substantiated its charge that Israel is committing genocide in the territory. Genocide,
trying to wipe out a whole people. Yeah. That's bad when South Africa, who had apartheid, you know what I'm saying, right, that you doing some fucked up shit, But this is very, very key, because when you just, at face value, it sounds like America is trying to distance itself from Israel. But we all know what according to prophecy, is really going on. And this brother came out with a really good point. I'm gonna let him, I'm gonna let you go through, that first point in that first scripture.
Okay.
Was that all the article?
That was all the article. It's a short one.
Yeah. Kind of thought so.
You want to make the point first, or get the precept first?
No, we can go to the precept first.
All right, so this is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 8 and verse 15. Travel not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee. Mm-hmm. For he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly.
And that's what Israel is, that bold fellow right now. Through their hubris, through their pride, they're stirring up strife in that region. Just like this brother said, bombing hospitals, bombing residential parts of Gaza. And when you think about that scripture, like it said, imagine you going out with a friend of yours but this friend is like a hot-headed person. Y'all spending a night on the town, and he's just causing trouble everywhere he go. That's your friend, so you're gonna have to back him up. But it's like, bro, chill, because when you get pulled into this stuff, I'm gonna have to come and help you.
Right.
And what did the end of that precept say?
Right. It says, and for he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly.
You gonna perish with him, cause he getting into all this trouble. He causing beef for all these people. You gonna have to go in and help him, but then both of y'all is going get messed up because of it.
Because eventually you're gonna bite off more than you can chew.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's always a bigger, better person. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere out there. You start in trouble with the little guy over here. Yeah, you could beat him up, but then you start trouble with this guy, and maybe you can beat him up, but you didn't know he had 12 friends in the club with him.
Exactly.
And now you and your homie got to deal with these 12. Because he's your friend. He's not going to let you just get jumped. But in turn, he's going to get beat. And that's as well. And that's how Israel and America is.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it is. It's not America trying to get out of cahoots with Israel. No, it's America like, bro, calm down, stop. Because the more you keep doing this, you're gonna start something up. And yeah, we gonna get involved. Yeah, we gonna help you. But you gonna start something way bigger than what needs to be. That's where how America's coming.
Which goes to the point that we made earlier with the Prime Minister Netanyahu, who has legal troubles. Okay, so whenever he relinquishes his title of Prime Minister, he's gonna have to serve jail time because he was convicted of like bribery and a few other things. You can definitely go look it up. But once he's out of office, he has to serve that jail time. Mm-hmm. But as long as they're actively in a war, he can't leave office. So he's pushing this forward. That's why he's doing all this extremeness. They've never actively bombed Iran, but now they bombed Iran. They never actively, bombed every single settlement in Gaza, but they're wiping those people out. They have charges filed against them for genocide. Why? Because he don't want to leave office. All right, so matter of fact, let's get the next scripture.
This is the book of Obadiah, verse 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Yeah, so we spoke about the international community being upset with what's going on. All right, that confederacy, your NATO, your EU, okay, all these alphabet, names for these different confederacies, these different groups of people or groups of countries, that they have together, they're upset. Mm-hmm. Can we get what it said about the international community one more time?
Okay. It says, it says, Washington's concern, I'll go to the point. It says, it comes amid mounting international opprobrium over the war in Gaza.
Can we get that word opprobrium?
Yeah, opprobrium means harsh criticism or censure, vilification, disgrace.
Yeah, they're being vilified for what they're doing. They're being called a bad guy, because that's who they are. All right, the world is seeing them for who they are.
Yeah, you can't just pull that anti-Sem card.
Exactly. So when a country like France sits back and says, they're doing that, I don't know if I want to be associated with these guys. If that same friend who's wilding out in the club, say it's a group of 3, and this dude is like wilding out, he grabbing women, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Jumping at people, you know what I'm saying? Talking stuff to the waiter, you know what I'm saying? And you sit back and say, man, this ain't a good look for me. Especially like if you're notable, you're an athlete, or you know what I'm saying, you got something to lose. Right. You ain't got to be an athlete. You got something to lose. You're going to step back and say, look, I can't be associated with this guy. I'm going to leave. And that's what these countries are doing. They're sitting back like, it's not a good look to to be in cahoots with these guys.
Yeah.
But America is tied in. America's locked in.
Yeah, they didn't invest it too much. America has sent over $300 billion, most of it in military aid to Israel up to this point. You too locked in. America was the first country to when Israel signed that that 1948 bill. America was the first country to recognize them. America and Israel is like this, like that brother said, tied in, two peas in a pod.
Yeah, it's big bro and little bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying big bro gonna always have little bro back. That's why when you see people running for president, Donald Trump, what's your stance on Israel? He's gonna say, well, we support Israel, and all this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for so and so. When I take over, Israel's gonna be protected, and this, that, and the third. We're gonna send aid to Israel.
Right.
And then we have Kamala Imhoff, Imhoff. When you ask her, she's gonna say something very similar, because you're always gonna support Israel.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, don't let this article fool you. America ain't just gonna stop being in cahoots with Israel. Nah, they locked in.
Locked in, and theoretically, if they were trying to back away, you're guilty by association. So
At this point, yeah, you got boots in the
You know what
ground.
I'm saying? Yeah, so you locked in. You locked in either way.
There was more to that.
Yeah, there's more to it.
Time.
It says the men. It's like I started over. It says all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
Yeah, because everybody who, like I said, that's in cahoots with them now, all the NATO countries, the European Union countries, they're not going to always be like that, right? We don't know exactly what it's going to be, but the shoe's going to drop, and everybody's going to separate from them, all right? The men that were at peace with thee, what did it say, are at war with thee?
It says the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
They're going to lay the wound under you. They're going to be the ones who help with the destruction of you.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Why? Because, going back to that word, you're a villain. You've been vilified. Can we get the word villain, Bob Rashad?
Okay. When you get villain in the etymology, damn, it says base or low born, rustic, peasant.
Hey, base is not Esau a base man?
The base is a man.
Esau's a natural born villain.
That's right. Ooh, yep. Hey, from the beginning he was created to be that villain on the left hand. There we go.
Yep. It says peasant, farmer, commoner, churl, yokel, a farmhand. It just kind of keeps playing on that. I'm trying to. Okay. A scoundrel, a miser, a knave.
that's some old school.
That
scoundrel.
Yeah.
That miser.
Miser.
Damn.
There's some heat with them words.
Yeah.
You don't just call somebody a scoundrel for nothing.
Yeah, there's a throwback disses.
But yeah, man,
Turkey.
like in any movie, any like hero movie or anything like that, you have your hero,
Yeah.
And then you have your villain, the protagonist and the antagonist. Can we look up antagonist?
Mm-hmm. Antagonist. It says one who contends with another, a competitor, opponent, rival, to struggle against, oppose, be a rival, against, to contend for a prize, a struggle, a contest.
Okay, well yeah. So that would be Jacob and Esau. We're the protagonists, and they are our antagonists. They're against us. They're struggling against us. All right, and Israel and America is set up to be the base of their antagonism.
There we go. It goes back to agony. It's mental suffering. It says anguish, terror, death, agony. A struggle for
Kind.
Yeah,
But
that's pretty
that was it to that one.
Yeah.
All right. So before you get that one, just read that one more time because I want to make a point that's going to lead into the next scripture.
This is Obadiah, verse 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
Right. So let's see the wound that it's speaking about. All right, because like I said, they're sitting right now. Everything's not okay, but everything is still pretty level. Right. But once time passed, it's just going to deteriorate more. Right. And these relationships are going to get more and more distance to the point that this scripture. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow.
Right. Anybody who has this nuclear capability.
All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows.
Yeah, shoot all your missiles. So everyone who has this capability, which includes countries like France, which includes countries like the UK, who are in the NATO and the EU, they're going to shoot their missiles at America, as well as Israel, because that land is going to be completely destroyed. Babylon's going to be completely destroyed. All right, and it says to spare no arrow. So if these countries have, like I made the joke, 10,416 nukes, they're going to shoot 10,416 nukes. They're not going to keep two, just in case, something happens later. No. The Lord said, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, and to spare no arrow. Why? Because this is the last conflict. Can we get Isaiah 9, burning the fuel of fire?
Okay.
And then can you hold turn your
pruning hooks.
Pruning hooks. No. The opposite one.
Turn your spears into
the spears and the pruning hooks.
I got that Isaiah 9. Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Yeah. So normally, traditional war, you have 20,000 men, and this guy has 15,000 men, and you got everybody runs together. It's a melee, and you got your horsemen over here, and your archers and all of that. No, this is not going to be like that. All right, this is going to be burning and fuel of fire. All right, so it's not even going to be people just shooting at each other at a distance. No, this is going to be with thermonuclear destruction. All right, burning and fuel of fire. All right, missiles are going to be shot from one end of the earth to the other end, and it's going to destroy, like I said, Israel and America and the various different places around the world.
That's crazy. Combat is going to be a push of a button.
Yeah, but that's what it's called, I believe. Push button combat. Because that's all it takes is, somebody to turn them keys, and push them buttons. Put in a little code, and then.
You said spears and the pruning hooks, right?
Yeah.
This is Micah chapter 4, verse 3. And he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Yeah, that's why there's going to be no arrow. That's why they're not going to shoot the 10,414 and keep the 2. Because after this, there's not going to be any more war. All right? After this, that's when Israel's going to take over. All right? We're going to put the world in order. Esau, the villain, is going into hardcore slavery. The other nations are going into slavery. After 1,000 years, Esau is going to be eradicated, and the other nations will be set free, for lack of a better term, and they will pay us tribute. All right, and Esau will be done away with. All right, and that's how the kingdom is perpetually going to be. Forever and ever and ever, an everlasting kingdom under righteousness.
And and you just made another point. Just a quick thing I wanted to say based off of that. That's a precept that proves the article with the precept and the breakdown the brother gave proves that them ain't the real people. Just want to throw that side note out there, man, because we ain't gonna go to war in the kingdom of heaven. They right now they're on the brink of war.
They've been at war since 1948.
So that's not That's just proof showing that them ain't the real people of the Lord, man.
The scriptures don't say you shall come into the kingdom and
then
thou shalt be in perpetual war. All these that are at the border, or all your neighbors around you, will hate you, and you will war for your kingdom for the next 100 years every day.
Right.
And then, no, it doesn't say that.
They went to war the day they became sovereign.
Exactly. What does salvation mean? To be saved.
That's right.
What are they saved from? And they got missiles being shot at apartment complexes on the regular. Like Lebanon, they be shooting from the Golan Heights, into Israel all the time. And they're shooting back. They're always at war. What was it? The 7-day war or something like that? Can we look that up? It was in like 1948. 4-day war, 5-day war, something like that.
The 6-day war.
Yeah.
Come on. My phone will start acting slow, Salakia. It says the 6-day war, also known as the June War, 1967 Arab-Israeli War, or Third Arab-Israeli War was fought.
Yeah, that's the third one. I want the first one.
Okay. Okay, the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, also known as the First Arab-Israeli War, followed the Civil War in Mandatory Palestine as the second and final stage of the 1948 Palestine War.
1948. That's all we gotta read. They became a, quote, country in 48 that same year, probably within a few days. They're at war. That's not prophecy.
That's right.
That's all I wanted on that. Anybody else got anything?
We still got that. You want to still get that last Jeremiah?
Oh, there's one more preset?
With the least of the flock.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Saki. Yeah, most definitely.
Come. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
Going back to this brother's point, Israel's crashing out. They got all this black Air Force energy. They keep wilding. They're gonna meet their match. So they're gonna overstep their bounds, and the world is gonna come against them. They're the ones who are gonna be the catalyst for this third world war, which is gonna be this nuclear war.
Come. Go ahead, drag America right into it.
Exactly, they're gonna drag America right into it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
And hey, that's how the destruction goes.
That was into that, brother.
Anybody else got any other points they wanted to make?
Listen on that.
All right. So with that being said, Lord, you were edified, and we give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash. We give double honors to our apostles, who are the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners, who are enduring in truth and sincerity, all the men and women who follow. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.